Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Guy Talk for the Uninformed. I, of course, am your host, Jimbo.
Hey guys, I'm Dano. Jimbo, what are you drinking today?
All right, well, before we get into tonight's topic, I am drinking a chocolate martini. Now, this is one of my favorite martinis of all time, mostly because it's dessert in a glass. And so it's, if you guys don't know what a chocolate martini is, it's, was it 2-part? No.
Five parts vodka.
5 parts. I'd be dead. So it's vodka, chocolate liqueur, creme de cacao, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Is it cacao?
Nailed it. Not cacao. Perfect.
And then heavy cream. And you can do that in whatever proportion you want. And I usually chill the glass like I did tonight. And then you line the glass with chocolate syrup. So like a Hershey's syrup. So it really is. It's like the alcohol version of a sundae. And I used vanilla flavored vodka just to add to that. So I made a double serving. So chances are by the end of this show, I might be tipping over, weaving, slurring my words. Yeah.
We can only hope.
We can. Hopefully they stay through it. But
yes.
How about you? What are you drinking?
Well, funny you should ask. I actually have a beer. It's a Bauhaus.
Boo. That's it. No. I'm not a huge IPA fan, but this IPA, it's blown me away. It's Bauhaus Sky 5. It's a Midwest Coast IPA. Bauhaus. Is that what you're going to ask me? I was going to ask you where the brewery's based
So
out
Bauhaus
of.
is actually the neighborhood I live in, Northeast Minneapolis. So they have some other kind of go-tos, but this one is fantastic.
We have a lot of good craft breweries.
We have a shit ton.
Well, I guess
we have a ton.
Yeah.
Like Minneapolis, for sure.
Yeah, the Twin Cities has a ton. I've always been a big fan of Fulton, but we're not here to talk about alcohol.
Oh, shoot. What are we doing?
Well, the flopover.
The flopover?
Well, do you know of the flopover?
So flopover.
Explain it.
So many times. Not so many times. Okay, let's say this. You go into the bathroom. You're a guy. You pull down your pants. And you flop your penis over your pants. There's no touching involved. No touching involved. You flop it over to go to the bathroom.
Flop it over. So
pull down your pants a little bit. It flops over.
Pants and underwear.
Pants and underwear, both down.
Okay.
The old flop over. Yep. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, yeah. The flop over, but you could also do a different flop over, as in if you're wearing boxers, you got the penis slit. There's
a slit too, for sure.
So there are different avenues. You could make the little adjustment and floop just out the center.
Straight through. Well, so
do you do the flop over usually?
Oh, flop over every time.
Every time.
So it amazes. This is one thing with girls that I've talked to a few that they have never heard of before.
Yeah, we just discovered this maybe a couple months ago with one of our friends who we thought was the most informed female of all time.
Right. It's they're so disgusted when guys, we wash our hands, I know that, but when guys don't wash their hands,
we're supposed to.
He might have he probably did the flop over in the bathroom where only thing he ever touched was his pants. The dirtiest thing he touched was probably the door going into the bathroom.
So the way this got brought up is that we have a bunch of female friends that we play volleyball with, and we were having this conversation about I brought this up now, kind of not to go back into the whole bathroom topic, but about washing your hands. Yeah. And I was talking about how it disgusts me equally if a woman doesn't wash her hands. Just as much as if a guy doesn't wash his hands, and her defense was that women don't necessarily have to touch their their vag.
Yeah,
and so we brought up
assuming that all guys touch their penis when they're going to the bathroom,
right? Which obviously you don't have to. Hence the flop over or the other flop over, and so. She was just blown away by that, and that we were kind of shocked by that as well.
We kind of figured females knew about that.
Yeah, it's just kind of common knowledge, but evidently not. So So yeah, there is the flop over.
And it's the epitome of efficiency. You just go, flop it over, and you're done. And
Yeah.
obviously still wash your hands, but
Yeah. Now there are plenty of guys that do grab their junk.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean.
Oh yeah. That's just human. This is guy nature. You just want to grab your junk all the time.
Yeah. But so the flop over works whether or not you're wearing boxers or briefs. It doesn't matter what underwear you're wearing.
Right.
But if you are wearing boxer shorts, it's very easy to also use the penis slit. So boxer shorts have.
Tell me more about this penis slit.
Yeah. So every pair of boxer shorts has just a slit right down the crotch area for your penis, for your junk. And you can finesse it out like right out the front.
Finesse it out.
Well, however you want. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to necessarily touch your junk, like we were just talking about with the flop over. But there's a slit there. And since boxers have more breathing room than briefs, it's very easy for your penis to just slip out the front.
When you're
there.
just moving around, I mean, it's gonna find that slit eventually.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't happen when you want it to. So there is that. There's that argument. But
are you a boxer? I do want to say, like, briefs also have slits. Like, pretty much any kind of undergarment. I don't even know if that word's been used since the 1800s, but right. Undergarment, they all have slits.
That's true. Briefs do as well.
Easiest to slip through is the boxers because of their relative ease of flow of your of the man movement.
Briefs are so constricting and so tight that even if you want to use the slit on briefs, you really have to like grab in there. There's no little.
There's no breathing room.
No, there's not. Literally. But that begs the question then: have you always been a boxer guy?
Well,
or are you a boxer guy?
I was a boxer guy until boxer briefs came around. So I was probably a boxer guy through high school probably, and then college came around and I got into boxer briefs.
Okay. So explain what boxer briefs are.
Oh, so boxer briefs are, if I had a nice little Venn diagram, you have boxers and you have briefs.
So there are three options. Boxers, well, there's four options. Okay. Boxers,
oh, right.
Briefs,
yep.
Boxer briefs,
yep.
Or nothing at all.
Nothing at all, free balling. Right. So boxer briefs are basically the tightness, the security that briefs bring, but they're longer like boxers. So more down the leg.
Oh, they're longer.
They're longer for sure.
So they come closer to your knees.
Yeah, like the briefs, they're gonna ride your just basically.
Yeah, briefs are they're like almost a thong.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. Yes, basically a thong, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. I like the support.
A tight panty.
Right. Yeah.
Not that I wear panties, but yeah.
But to each their own. Like, I like the support that the boxer briefs bring, and I like kind of the extra length down the leg because there's a lot of crunching and whatnot with the briefs themselves. So, how about you? Are you a boxer guy?
I am. I've been a boxer guy since probably 6th or 7th grade. I can't remember. I want to say it was 6th, but it could have been 7th grade. Now, I grew up. Briefs were the only option, and that's parenting and just like all my friends they all wore briefs. But I feel like it was right around 6th grade when all of a sudden it was like, wow, boxers are an option. What are these boxers? Mm-hmm. And by the time I got into junior high, there was like a peer pressure almost.
Yeah.
So I remember whether I was 6th or 7th grade, right around 12 or 13 years old, I remember the first time I put on boxer shorts and I felt like I was naked because there was so much room. Like briefs are so constricting. You've got everything and that can be a pro and a con, but you got everything tightly packaged.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. There's no other way of really putting it, but everything's just bundled up there. And so you put these boxers on. It's almost like you're just putting on for me, it felt like I was just putting on shorts with no underwear.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like
I
felt uncomfortably free.
You're walking down the street and
things are
hitting
bouncing
legs
around.
yeah. You're like, is anybody else? No.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
It does. It's very uncomfortable at first.
At first, it was shocking. It was like a fish out of water, but you get used to it, and then there's like, as soon as you start experiencing that, there's no going back. I felt like there was no going back to briefs.
Oh yeah.
But then going back to the peer pressure thing, I remember when I was in, especially junior high, there was, and you're in locker rooms and stuff. And kids are mean. Kids are very mean. Kids are worse than adults.
Especially in that age, like middle school.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
And kids are super mean. And I remember people I knew teasing others who were wearing briefs at the time. Oh, you're wearing tighty whities.
Oh, yeah.
Or ball
tighty
huggers.
whities. Oh yeah.
There were all kinds of names.
And they're usually the briefs tighty whities. They're white. So
they're white.
We had a guy in our high school where he had shit stains usually down the back of his. So like he got made fun of for that and it probably ruined his life.
Skid marks.
Skid mark. That's it. Skid marks. We call them skid marks. And that was basically everybody wore tighty whities until middle school, where boxers actually they kind of
exploded.
They exploded. Yeah. And that was the new cool thing to wear. So if you weren't wearing boxers, it was you're not the cool kid.
Yeah, and you didn't want to tell anyone. Right. You definitely didn't want anyone to know or see.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember feeling bad. Like I feel like I adopted boxers pretty early on, like right around when it was getting popular. But I remember I did. Now I think about it, it was 6th grade, because I remember we went to. Did you ever do like a deep Portage?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so we as 6th graders, the whole class goes kind of up north, and we're all staying in these little lodges, and you're staying there for like a couple days. It's over a weekend, and so you're bunking up with every person, at least in my class, you had to have a partner. So like it was me and Scott Daneman, red hair.
Scott. Oh yeah, Scott. I know Scott, of course.
So it's me and Scott, but there's like 6 people in these lodges, and so it's 3 groups of 2 boys. So it's 2 and 2 and 2, but you got bunk beds, right? And I can remember there were 1 or 2. I think there was just one guy in our whole thing that was wearing briefs and tighty whities, and he just got ridiculed for it. And I'm sure I probably participated in it. I mean, but that peer pressure, it was so strong, and I can remember I was still pretty new, but I was not wearing briefs at that time, so it was 6th grade. But I remember that crystal clear now that I think about it, how brutal that is about the type of underwear you wear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, with women, I feel like it's just they have 3 options, right?
3?
Well, they got.
Do they have boxers?
No.
I guess they could if they wanted to.
If any of you women, feel free to comment and correct me, but you've got panties, traditional panties.
Panties.
Thongs. Maybe a G-string.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, like thongs, G-strings,
they're like the same
family.
That's kind of why I was classifying as 2, and then nothing at all.
Yeah, then nothing at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what guys call it, free balling. I don't know what girls call that.
I don't know.
Let us know.
Yeah.
What that's called.
Yeah, please. Yeah. So anyways, to bring this a long way of bringing this around, since about 6th grade, then I've been a boxer guy, and I haven't changed. Now, when did boxer briefs become a thing?
That's what I think. So you think around when I was in college.
Okay.
They became a thing.
Yeah.
What about just like now, being in our mid-30s, I guess? What are kind of the reasons? What are you wearing? What do you wear?
Well, as a matter, boxers, but I've been curious for years about boxer briefs. I feel like, it's kind of a hybrid, right?
Right. Oh,
so let's talk about like the pros and cons to each. Yeah. Now, obviously, boxers, you have a lot more freedom. Things aren't as constricted. You don't have to touch your penis if you're gonna. Well, that goes with both, I guess.
So let's go adjustment. How many times a day are you adjusting? I wonder if it's more with boxers or more with.
I should actually make a conscious effort, because I feel like throughout the day it depends on the pants I'm wearing.
Yeah. Oh,
so
Yeah.
So if I'm wearing like a dress pant, like something that's real, like kind of like I have these dress pants that I wear a lot of times in court and stuff. It's a black dress pant, but it's a really smooth material, and there's a fair amount of room.
Yeah.
Like it's tight around the waist, but there's a fair amount of room going down at least to about your knee.
Okay.
And I feel like if I'm wearing those or any other fairly loose, not loose, but like comfortably loose pant, probably like anywhere between two to 4 times a day.
Oh, 2 to 4.
Yeah, because like when I take a bus to work.
Yep.
And when I sit down, things may be okay. But as soon as I get up, inevitably things shift around, and so there may be an adjustment there.
Yep.
I have to walk up a few flights of steps. So walking through the hallway, there may be an adjustment there, and then on the way back. So like I would say on average, probably 4 times.
So for maybe some uninformed females, as far as adjustments go, like the junk, the nether regions of the guys, they'll go left or right. Like they're not just gonna stay in one place. They're gonna like go in the most uncomfortable places possible. So just adjusting out of that, just like a subtle little.
It is nerve-wracking to
in public. You have to be. Yeah.
It's like planning. Like you have to plan this. Things
like,
inevitably.
Oh, there's a plane.
Well, I mean, okay,
Not
so
quite.
if there's like for example, getting off the bus. If I have to make an adjustment, I'm waiting until it's like my stop, and there's people in front of me, like you're in a single file line.
Yeah.
And it's very easy. Now it's still conspicuous. You're tugging at like maybe like your leg a little bit, just so that things kind of shift to one side or the other, because you've got this slit right down your crotch, and it's meant for your penis to just slide through.
Yeah, so how often does that happen during the day? How often does your penis pop out of the boxers? Because boxers, that can happen. Boxer briefs, I'm not going to get a penis slippage.
And briefs, you won't either. Briefs,
right.
Briefs are...
But boxers, so during like the workday, how often does your...
That's what I'm saying. It's always when I'm going from like a sit down to a standing.
Oh, so you're saying it goes to the slit.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just talking about this like general...
Just discomfort.
Really, with boxers though, like with boxers, you probably don't have to worry about that because it's free to move.
It's free.
As it is.
So like you don't get... So that's a good point.
Opposite problems.
Yeah. So you don't get... So with something that's packaged tightly...
Yep.
with like a boxer brief or a brief...
Yeah.
You don't face the problem of something slipping out of your penis slipping out of your slit.
Yeah.
You face just its discomfort.
Right. It being crunched on the right, crunch on the left, whatever.
Yes.
That's what I meant by adjusting. But you meant
no, I meant like when the penis just like, hey, and then it's touching your pants.
Yeah.
And that is so uncomfortable because you got this slit.
That's a horrible feeling.
You got the slit that's here's a visual. Penis slides out the front, and you've got the slit scrunching it on the sides, and then the tip is touching your pants.
Your pants, yeah.
It is so uncomfortable. And then, depending on the type of pants that you're wearing, if I'm wearing my dress pants, which are like silky smooth,
oh, that feels good.
It feels too good. And then you risk an erection. So it's a terrible place to be in. And so when I'm talking about things, making adjustments, it's always if it slips out with boxers. Now, the discomfort I remember clearly wearing briefs, and that being because your balls and your penis are all like compacted. And if it's in the wrong place, it is totally uncomfortable. So, but I feel like I had less of that than I do with the slip out with boxers.
Yeah. So I would agree. I think your problem is the slip out of the slit. My problem is just things not being where you want them to be, where you have to subtly adjust it. So how do you go about doing that? What's your game plan for adjusting back?
Again, it's kind of a planned thing, but I've grown since I do it frequently. I've learned to I just naturally recognize when other guys do it, and when they're subtle, like it's kind of like kudos, like good job. But typically, I don't want to stand up, but I usually grab like one of my pant legs and just kind of tug to the side and hope that things adjust a little bit, because you don't want to grab your crotch, you don't want to make it super obvious. And I hope to God that if a woman is looking my way, she doesn't know what that means, like what just happened.
Hopefully you're cool,
sometimes you can be very inconspicuous, like if I had my hand in my pocket, but at the same time you don't want to play pocket pool.
Yeah, well, so pocket pool, I think that's a term that's maybe overused. I know. So I have the more secure, tight-fitting boxer briefs, or when I'm like playing volleyball, I'll have more athletic stuff on, but still like the same concept where it's all up there. I need
to buy some of those.
And so often, like I'm adjusting every 4 or 5 minutes that I'm playing, where just put my hand in my pocket and I just do a little tug, little hip move. People might think I'm dancing. But
and clearly I don't even notice. So you've got the technique down to a science.
Just do that.
Maybe now I'm going to be watching.
Please do. I'll look you right in the eye.
Oh, was that one?
Like, this one's for you.
Was that one, Dano? I'm just going to come up to you and start asking. But so that kind of brings up the pros and cons. Boxers, you have the freedom, but then you risk your penis slipping out the slit. Now, not all boxers are one and the same.
Oh, go on.
So, and I don't know if they're as common. Maybe they are more. Maybe I need to shop around more. But
I know where you're going.
I have probably, I don't know, a dozen pairs of boxers, and I would say like 1 out of 4 has a button in that slit. It's like a regular pair of shorts almost, except for the pockets, and you have this button there, and it's so nice because it's like a safety guard.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about any of that. Like I feel like I opt for, like if I've just done laundry, I'm opting for those boxer shorts that have the button in the center. And I remember a buddy of mine. Now that this brings up a good memory, a buddy of mine in high school named Adam, and he had his mom sew up all the slits in his boxers because he was so sick of his penis slipping out the center. Like, she just sewed it right up. He would do the flopover. So it brings it kind of back.
Oh, yeah.
But he had his mom just like, I don't want this penis slit anymore. It's like it was that bad.
So this might be sidetracking, but how often when you're going to the bathroom do you do the flopover compared to?
I do the flopover more than the only time. I would say 2 out of 3 times I did the flop over.
Oh, really?
The over.
I don't think ever in my life I've gone through the slit. Ever.
I'll do the slit on certain occasions if like you're in a like a trough.
Okay.
Because then there's a little more protection.
There's just so much work. I feel like if you do
it is a little extra
don't
work.
You have to touch it to get it through the slit?
Yes and no. It depends on the boxers I'm wearing.
Okay.
Because I have some that are like that are softer than others, like that are almost like this elasticy. For example, the ones I'm wearing right now are one of my favorite pairs, and it's like this everything is like this elastic material.
Yep.
Much easier than stuff that, and I can't think of the word for the material, but they differ.
Satin.
Yeah, that I don't have silk boxers for the same reason that we were talking about. Like if you're wearing like silky pants, you risk the erection.
Yeah, the erection.
So something about smooth material.
Well, the boxer slit is so much easier to get your penis through than the brief or the boxer brief. It is pretty much like a lockdown Fort Knox.
It's a give. It's a give.
Pry it apart, and it's not comfortable for your penis to be in that slit.
No.
Boxer briefs. Boxers is a different story where there's no constriction.
Yeah.
So
it's a real pro con, and so I don't know. Like I love boxers. I love the freedom. I'm so used to it. but you don't have that kind of that peace of mind with having something that's more confined, like even boxer briefs or briefs.
Yeah.
But I don't miss everything being bunched up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a give take.
That's fair.
But I mean, speaking of the penis slipping out, the other thing is it's not just during the workday.
Mm-hmm.
It's at night when I sleep.
Wait, your penis slips out when you're not at work?
When I'm not at work, when I'm not, it doesn't.
That's
when
amazing.
I'm not on my feet.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm a side sleeper. I sleep on my side.
I gotcha. Yep.
And I sleep with my boxers on, and that's it.
Oh.
To put that image in your head.
I've been thinking about that all day, actually. I have to put it in my head.
Oh, good. So I sleep on my side, and inevitably I have to roll on the opposite side. I probably switched. I don't even know how many times I switched sides, but until at least I fall asleep. And I kid you not, probably 8 out of 10 times, if I roll on my opposite side, penis slips out. Because you're shifting in 180 degrees. And it's so uncomfortable, I have to make that adjustment every time.
The penis's second objective in life is to find that slit in your boxers. That's all it's looking for. It feels like if it has an opportunity, it's going to find it.
It's amazing. Like, I don't know how it happens so often, because if you look at the material, it overlaps like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it happens. And so almost every time I roll over, I have to make an adjustment. On top of that, as wearing boxers, since they're a little more loose fitting, I get one with sleeping, I get whatever leg that I am that is up. So like if this is my left leg, here's my right leg, and I flip over like this.
Yep.
The right leg, the boxers ride up. And so you get the scrunched upness, and you have to fix that as well. So like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It is a pain in the ass, because not only, my penis just flopped out, that's uncomfortable. Oh wait, my boxers have ridden up like to my hip bone. I have to fix that too.
Let me tell you a little secret. Something in life, it's called free balling. Free balling.
You know, I've thought about that, but...
Yeah. So I just thought of this theory while we've been talking through this, where
that's right,
your entire day, you're in boxers. So you're like 50% secure, 50% unsecure the entire day, right?
Yeah.
I'm in briefs. So I'm 100%, well, like 90% secure.
Boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs, right? Boxer briefs. Totally secure during the day, but at night, I sleep naked. So all that containment, you got to let that go and just have freedom at night. So that's where everything evens out, I think, for us.
And my... and I know, like, most of the, well, I don't want to talk about previous relationships, but I feel like that's maybe more of a, like, to me, it doesn't seem that guys sleeping in the nude seems less common than women.
I don't know.
But
I don't really ask too many guys about that.
I almost have the same, I don't want to say that, what's the right way of going about this? I don't want to say that I have the same like awkward reaction to that as like the first time I put boxers on.
Yeah.
I feel like there would be that initial like, wow, this feels weird.
Oh yeah.
But like I have this like, I don't know. I have this fear. Like I mean, I haven't wet my bed since I was like 10, right? Or whatever age I was, 30. No, but I have this like, I just have this inevitable fear, like this inherent fear that something's going to happen, like biologically, like. I shouldn't feel that way.
No, it was the most
because I don't feel that way when I'm having sex or anything.
It's the most freedom I've felt. You're free in your bed. There's nothing holding you back. You can go wherever you want. You don't have to worry about your penis slipping through a slit when you're sleeping. It's going to go wherever the hell it wants, and you're not going to worry about it.
I'm going to make that a goal. Within the next 6 months, I'm going or
why not try it tonight?
Tune in next week. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
6 months, that's a cop-out. You're not going to try it if you're going to say 6 months.
All right, tell you what, the next time my girlfriend is here,
Okay. All right.
So, which will be soon.
Wait, like tonight?
Well, here's the thing. Like, that's what I'm getting at. I don't feel discomfort when we're in bed together, when we're doing the hippity dippity.
Hippity dippity.
The hippity dippity.
Okay, I've never heard that before, but all right.
Sex.
Oh, that's I was thinking you were playing a board game or something.
Yeah, it's like what's the Troggle Boggle or whatever it is. Yeah, no. So I don't feel any discomfort there.
Yeah.
And even before or after, we're naked for a long. I don't feel any discomfort then, but for some reason, for extent,
So you put your boxers back on
and go to sleep.
That just sounds
It's like a safety net. It's like the safety net in your swim trunks.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to go naked in the pool.
Well, you basically are.
Basically, yeah, but you'll get arrested. There's a difference.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you've got that safety net. Yeah. Like, it's not just shorts that you're wearing, even though people do that all. Speaking of that, you like to wear swim trunks a lot, don't you?
Swim trunks, I do. Yeah.
And why is that?
Well, I think there's a difference between, so you got board shorts, which are pretty much swim trunks, but without the netting, the inner netting. I don't even know, girls probably know about the inner netting of, like, it's basically a little mesh thing to keep your package in place. Yeah. So you have that, and then you have board shorts that don't have any kind of support. And
what's the difference between board shorts and just shorts?
Probably the material. It's like the water. Well, it's better with the water.
I gotcha.
But as far as like, I feel like board shorts, you're gonna be able. I've noticed that if I've been in the water and you get out and you're walking, like there's no mesh, nothing to hold your stuff back. So there's definitely an outline.
People can see outline.
People can see what your parents gave you.
Now, I told you this story earlier today, but I feel like I have to bring it since we're on the topic of junk outlines. Yeah. And we'll come back to the board shorts, but sure. I feel like this is so this happened to me like 2 years ago, maybe. Mm-hmm. I was at the gym, so I'm not I've never been a big shorts fan. I don't wear shorts very often unless it's hot out in the summer.
But you don't wear shorts too often.
No, I've been a jean guy. I just like pants. I don't know. But the funny thing is that I like short sleeves more than long sleeves.
Okay.
So like when it comes to like my upper body, yep. I don't like long sleeves. Lower body, I'm not a big short. Now I'm wearing shorts now. You can't see, but it's warm in here.
His legs are really sexy too.
And
you'll never see them, so.
Yeah, maybe someday. So I typically wear gym pants. No, don't make that stupid joke.
All of your pants are gym pants. Your name's Jim.
I knew it was coming. Yeah. So I wear gym pants to the gym, and this happened about 2 years ago. At the time, the pants that I had, they have a little elastic string, and they're a little bit loose fitting, and they come all the way down to my shoe. But I was doing leg races, like little like ab crunches. You're hanging on a bar and you're lifting your legs up. And I was looking in the mirror, and I just happened to, the timing was just right or whatever, that I noticed I'm like, oh shit, I can see my penis outline. Like, and it's not a good thing. It was just like, oh damn, how long has this been going on?
Yeah.
How long have people have people noticed? Yeah. And like it was an uncomfortable discovery.
I feel like totally uncomfortable because you're out there. You're like you're out there, but at the same time, like it's not at work. It's a public setting, but I feel like that's almost acceptable at a gym where people wear certain things. They're sweating. Like you're gonna see certain things that you don't see in every day at the gym. But yes, that's not.
But I wasn't prepared for it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not the ideal situation for anybody because you don't want to look over at a guy who's just got done,
Yeah.
doing some kind of workout, and you're just like, oh my God.
And he didn't wipe down the equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It was totally uncomfortable, and I went out and I bought one size larger right after that for that reason. But now you brought this up about women and the penis outline.
Oh yeah. So apparently, what I've heard from numerous sources, and we can go back to episode 1, and my female sources might or might not be correct. But yeah, females are constantly, maybe not constantly, but they make an effort to look at the guy's junk. Whether it's jeans and they're like leaning one side or the other, you can see the outline. Whether it's at the gym, any opportunity you girls get, my understanding is you're trying to find out what we're packing down there.
You know, that makes me think, have you ever seen the movie This Is Spinal Tap?
Yeah.
So when they're talking about putting
it goes up to 11.
They talk about putting wrapped was it zucchinis or cucumbers down their trousers, and they're wearing really tight pants.
Well, it's the same concept as like putting socks down in your underwear.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
but if you're not prepared for it, at least for me, it's very discomforting. Like it's like you feel exposed.
Right. Oh yeah.
And that's exactly how I felt.
There's not too much that's safe in this world that people don't know. So
Right.
when you let that know, then it's like, what else do I have to hide?
Yeah. So I mean, like if you compare you know, and to quote Seinfeld, I don't know how you guys walk around with those things, you know, Elaine.
Oh yeah.
But so we have that to face with. I mean, I guess that could be equivalent to the camel toe argument.
Yeah. I think it's pretty much on the same page. It would be if we had two doppelgangers that were women, they would be having the camel toe conversation especially at the gym. Like, there's probably a lot of camel toe.
I think maybe the difference is that people I think in generally speaking, laugh at or are disgusted by camel toe.
How often are you looking at a girl's crotch? So apparently girls, to my understanding, not all the time.
Crotch?
But they're might be looking over just to get a little gauge of the guy, right? Are you looking at a girl and you're seeing a camel toe and being like, oh my God, that's some good camel toe there?
Rarely. Now, it is true that guys scan women differently than women scan guys.
Sure.
But it is rare. It doesn't matter if she's wearing maybe yoga pants.
Yeah.
But it's rare.
It has to be in front of your face to notice.
It has to be obvious. Most of the time, guys, at least for me, if a woman is a fair distance in front of you, 10 feet or more, you quickly get kind of a snapshot of their whole body.
Yep.
But inevitably, if she's got a decent figure and she's facing me, it's usually from the waist up. And then if she's facing away from me, it's usually the waist down. So I never looking at the front of her crotch.
Yeah.
Hardly at all.
I'm with you. I take the broad picture, and I always just look like the shape of the girl is how things fit together.
Shape.
I'm not focusing on her crotch.
It's usually, I want to say shape, face, chest, front.
Yep. And I go shape, face, ass.
But you can't see ass if she's facing
front.
you.
Yeah, then you just go,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, I'm glad we covered that.
Yeah. Hey, that's a bonus. Yeah. But no, the outline, that's an interesting topic. Now to argue, if I was wearing boxer briefs, that may not have been, because to me, boxer briefs are almost like wearing a dance belt or something. Not quite to that extreme.
What does that mean?
So a dance belt, the only reason I know about this is because I was in
1970s thing or something?
I did gymnastics, in early college, and I also have worn costumes where you want to wear a dance belt. Basically, it's like wearing briefs, but with a built-in nut cup almost. It's there to make.
That's convenient to have.
Yeah, it's there basically to make your junk just look like a rounded area.
It's kind of like ballet guys, I think, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gymnastics, dance.
Okay.
That's why they call it a dance belt.
Okay.
And then, any of these Marvel movies where there's a superhero and they're in a tight spandex costume, they're wearing one of those.
Sure. Okay.
So it's to counteract the penis outline.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Where everything is this symmetrical, basically.
Yeah. You just have this rounded nub.
This little bulge.
Yeah. It's like a Barbie doll. There's like nothing there.
Right.
So I'm familiar with those. Yeah. How did I get talking about that? The booze is kicking in. Yeah.
Yeah. You're, I don't know. Maybe you'll still finish it by the time we're over.
Yeah. But I need to try. That's what it was. It was like I need to give boxer briefs a shot.
Yeah, and so this is going back.
Why did
early
you switch to boxer briefs? Actually, I didn't even ask you that. You went from boxers to boxer briefs.
So we went through the same phase in life where we grew up in the 80s, like everybody had tighty whities. That's all you had. That was the only option. Then like middle school, boxers came in. I wore boxers, went through the boxer phase, and then maybe like college or right before that, I went to boxer briefs. Your question is, why did I go to boxer briefs?
Yeah.
I think I just liked the security. I didn't like I liked the freedom, but there was a good 10 years of my life where I was talking about having the boxer briefs and then sleeping naked, but there's 10 years of my life where I had boxer briefs and I slept with
boxer briefs.
Probably, yeah, I guess it would be boxer briefs. So that's the contractual period.
Now, what a change, though, taking those off and going to sleep in the nude.
Oh, I have to thank the girls for that one. Thank you, girls, for just opening my world to...
As my girlfriend would say, you need to air things out.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And that's something I probably don't do enough of. I mean, you get in the shower or
Oh, yeah. It's great. And just like whenever I'm at home, it's a totally different story where like I'll get home from a day at work.
You just run around naked.
I will. But if the windows if the windows are open, like I'm just freeballing. I'm putting my sweatpants on, nothing else. It's like that's all I'm doing, and it's great. I'm making myself a cocktail, just dancing around to some vinyl. Like it's a good time.
I love sprawling out on the couch, turning on the TV, and just like
Yep. Yeah. This is a reward to yourself.
That's right. I earned this.
Yeah. Well, way back in the ancient times, people are walking around naked, right? Yeah. So, I mean, maybe we'll get back to that, but for now, have a little bit of fun at your own expense, you know?
Well, at your own expense?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Are you committing a crime? You're like, oh shit, I just took a dump on my couch or something.
No, I don't think I hope I didn't do that.
No. But that's a terrible segue. I was just thinking about like the things that bring fear to my mind about sleeping naked. Now, granted, I'm not like 80 years old and I don't have to worry about like peeing the bed or anything, but there is always that little bit of, that where it's like, is something going to happen biologically where I'm going to embarrassingly, dirty up the bed?
No, don't worry about that. Who cares? If you wake up, it's only you and then you can take care of it. Nobody else needs to know.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's a good point. But yeah, I mean, maybe that's where a little bit of it comes from. But yeah, I don't know. I have to give that a try. Yeah. But I know it's gonna. Well, it shouldn't. It shouldn't feel weird. I don't know.
I think.
How long have you been doing that?
Probably a good 5 years now.
5? Yeah.
And I'm a brand new man. I feel like a changed man since doing that.
Yeah, well, I've seen your body change. He woke up the next day and he just had like pipes up to here, and
yep, that's exactly how I got him.
Maybe that would actually improve my sleep.
Possibly.
I wonder.
Yeah, and maybe I'll go to boxers so I can actually sleep. We can do
I don't think you would.
Bizarro world.
Bizarro world. Bizarre. I don't think you would. I think you went from A all the way to D, and I am like trying to move up the chain here. Mm. But I also want to try boxer briefs. But anyways, these are the options that guys have. Like, do women have? I mean, they don't have the exact same options, but do they experience do women experience discomfort like that?
Right.
Because
Right.
I would really like to know, because things are, for the most part, abbreviated. I don't know if that's a right word,
Yeah.
but you don't have this you don't have this thing flopping around.
We'd love to know. Like, comment if you have any suggestions.
All two of you, maybe, if we're lucky.
Yeah. Well, we had
We had maybe one.
we had a female. Yes.
Yeah.
No, that would be good to know, because I don't know. We always think it's something that only impacts us, like guys, and as we found out during our first episode, there's also the same bathroom situations that impact girls. They have.
You know, I couldn't, and I don't want to go off topic and talk about bathroom stuff, but when I was talking to my girlfriend and other people that commented, and women were saying that their restrooms are no different than ours. Like they're equally dirty and gross.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that because now I've only been in women's restrooms, a fraction of the time. But to me, it always seems like
40% of the time.
Yeah, 45. No, yeah, no. But it always seems way cleaner than a men's restroom. So that kind of blew my mind that they're like,
whenever the door opens, you can smell the floral essence coming out.
Lysol.
Whatever. Is that what it's called?
I don't know, Febreze. It's was it jungle gardenia? But that kind of blew my mind. So I would really like to know if women have the same discomfort. I've never even asked that question.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we've never asked that with some of our friends.
Right.
But we should be asking.
We should be asking about their underwear all the time.
Like, oh yeah, like it's a great segue. Be like, so my underwear's uncomfortable. How's yours?
Yeah. Or when they're in
Do you
the
have to make
swimsuit,
adjustments?
ask them about their,
Yeah, I mean, we all get wedgies the same.
Right.
Like, do they get the frontal discomfort?
I don't know. These are things that we'd love to hear from you. But you're getting close.
But,
I don't know if you're going to make it.
Hey,
We never
before I
did cheers
tipple-
today.
Oh, hey, cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
I am.
That was cool.
Just heard my neighbors. I am out of booze, technically. And so I think we need to end it here.
Oh, I'll keep this here. Yes, for sure. That was good.
I tried to knock it right out of your hand. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.